Cardinal fans, welcome to this edition of Inside the Cardinal Playbook. We're going to talk a little bit about the homecoming game and also talk about our next opponent, which will still be at noon this coming Saturday. We play Southwest Baptist, a high-octane offense, and should be interesting. Hopefully we have the same type of crowd, which was huge, as we had last week. Coach, homecoming, you look at it and you break it down, and I know you're pretty disappointed as what the score indicated, but when you're in the red zone 3 times and don't come out with goose, and I will put that right in front of everybody, goose, makes a big difference. Why don't you talk a little bit about the red zone offense?
Yeah, that was, we just had a couple unfortunate reads, and or busted route on one that they stepped in front of and took it, and then the corner made a really nice play on a couple of those too. But 3 times we were at the 1 yard line when we turned.
You know, and that's been a little bit of a problem, not just this year, but throughout. That when we get in the red zone, I thought, we had 3 out of 4 series there in the first half, or maybe 2 out of 3. We really moved the ball well, running the outside zone, doing some stuff. We were getting numbers. We were able to pass because of the numbers. Offensive line was blocking. And then that's another point we'll get to in a minute. But they played pretty well offensively up front as far as protecting the back.
Yeah, much better.
Much better. But you got to score. People don't really realize you can't really settle for 3. You've got to score and put the money in the bank.
Yeah, there's no doubt, and we need to be more efficient when we get in there, and put 7 on the board, and then do it again, and then again. Disappointed. Yeah, we're disappointed, but I tell you, there's no one that's not coming to work. Players we still lift, we still go to practice, we still, we do those things because that's who we are as people, the players and the coaches, and we do it until someone tells us to stop. Well, that's not for another 4 weeks when the season's over. So,
right, absolutely.
So we continue to get better, and that's one thing I tell you I couldn't be more proud of this team is that the effort. I mean, I watched the game Saturday night, and they don't put any points on the board for effort, but they're playing hard, and that's one thing they continue to do that, and I know they will. We talked about this on our team meeting. Is that you work hard, and life it's not always guaranteed, but we continue to work hard, and good things will eventually happen. And I talked to them about our culture as well, and that's something that I'm really excited. We put something on our standard board that says we've come too far to only come this far, and that's still very, very relevant because you look at our culture. We're not fractioned. It's not divisive.
Not pointing fingers.
No, and everybody's working to get better, and we get great effort in practice and our preparation and whatnot, and those things will pay off.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Talk about the defense a little bit. I thought we stopped the run.
Sorry, I kind of got off on. Well, listen.
No, I want you to get off.
Let me tell you
I want you to get off on your opinion.
The state of the team. Yeah.
More in these shows that we do, because I think it's important for the. And let me get off topic for a second. I think it's important for all the followers. We had a great crowd, and we had really great support on Saturday.
Yes,
and I think your fans need to know where you're at and where the team is. And people ask questions. They need answers, and you're trying to provide them. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You're the head of the program, and that's what you should do. Yep. Now back to the game. Defensively, I thought we did a great job stopping the run early.
Really good.
But I have to say this, Coach, and sometimes we don't do this enough as coaches, and I know in your, what did you guys do wrong? That Poindexter kid was one heck of a receiver for them.
Yeah.
He's a good player. I'm not making excuses. Yeah. Our corners played soft, but there were several times we were right there. Every kid that you had at corner was right there, and he made the play. Sometimes you do get beat, and that kid is a good player.
Yeah, he really is. That's and his stat line proved it.
Yeah.
But he just went and he'd go get it. He'd have someone right there and hang on him, and he'd go up and get it and pick up a first down that way. And you hate being on the other side of that, but you got to recognize when someone is a pretty darn good player, and he certainly was. And the quarterback did a nice job of getting him the ball.
Yeah, that I don't think we probably on the air Saturday gave that kid enough enough credit. He played extremely well. I know he's a junior, I think, and he'll be back or sophomore. And he really did play well, too. But, it goes right back. You got to have God-given ability. You got to have the confidence, and the confidence comes when you decide you're going to be the hammer instead of the nail, like I talk about all the time. And that kid, it was like, give me the ball, and I'm going to get a first down. To throw the ball over top, and I'm going to score. I mean, and the quarterback's looking for him. The first 11 completions, 10 of them were to him. Now, you can't tell me the quarterback isn't saying, there's my money guy, and I'm going to him. And that's exactly what we saw that. And, we're going to make some adjustments, which we're not going to talk about now, obviously, but we're going to do some things differently. I get that. But, again, we did a good job. Then I thought up front we got a little tired because we were out because of the turnovers, we were out on the field too much. So didn't you see the same thing? Right back out there. And then, we have a kickoff return for a touchdown, which will let the defense right back out after that. And you should have had two, which we'll talk about. Especially.
It was close.
Yeah, it was
shoestring, but it was. They got tired, but they don't show it. They're going to give us everything, and that's what we ask of them.
Two specialty teams means we brought that up. It was good to see Ant. He's. And I really liked the switch up when they were pooching you immediately, and they obviously didn't check numbers. Maybe it's because good you had the grays on, or maybe I couldn't believe they didn't realize that we moved him up. But they kept kicking to the ball even when he was short. But he scored, of course, on the one. But the second one, we almost had two right there. And you look at the punting game. Rhett's been real consistent all year. He's done a good job for you. So you look at your specialty teams again. They were solid.
Yeah.
They were they did a nice job, and those are the kids that a lot of times aren't the frontline starters on offense or defense, but the kids that will be coming in the next few years to play as frontliners.
No doubt, and that's something that Coach Trowbridge pointed out on the meeting on Sunday afternoon. Is that week 2, I think we met 20% of our goals, and then it was a little bit more, and then this week we're at 47% of our special teams goals. So
that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, real steady.
And I think we both agree that we've seen that all year. That's been a solid part, and that has been a real plus. And I think we also have to remember as Cardinal fans, there's a lot of the guys who are going to be playing in the next 2, 3, or 4 years. So that's a positive. Looking at the league, what's your assessment of the league overall? I was a little bit, although I know Coach Nesmith pretty well up at Truman State because he used to be a high school coach down at Columbia Hickman. Man, I know he's a fine coach. But it looks like, and I know Southwest Baptist, and we're going to get ready to play them. They're good offensively.
Yeah, no doubt. They're extremely efficient. Don't do a ton of different things, but just do some things very, very well. And that quarterback's really durable. Number one, I mean, he's taken some shots and pops right back up, and they're efficient with it. And he can get you with his legs, throws the ball well enough, and just runs what they do. And when you're that efficient, don't turn the ball over, you score a lot of points.
Yeah, you look at the season, and we're 0 for right now. But really, I'm sure what you and your staff are trying to do is forget the past and play for the next week and get better. Like you pointed out about your specialty team people. I mean, that's good. There's growth. And when you're trying to turn a program around, those are the things you build on. You try to, if you're going to be a great golfer, you have to have a real short memory. Because no matter how great a golfer you are, you're going to mess up. It's a tough game.
No doubt.
Every day you play, you're going to mess up. In the same way with football, baseball, a good hitter in baseball is the same way. Football's not any different.
No, it's no different. You're going to have those, but you continue to do what you do with purpose.
Just like you pointed out. Yeah,
and you'll eventually overcome those things.
I've noticed too on the sideline. I don't see any finger pointing.
Yeah, no, that's not what we're about. The players care about one another, and that's what I was talking about. The culture in our locker room. The players care about one another. The coaches care about the players. And it's all vice versa. And that's why we continue to do what we do until someone tells us to stop.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when we run out of games to play. That year, and so that's what I was talking about with them on Sunday. Is because it's what do you want to do? And I know what we're going to do. We have a vision. Okay, well, it's set in motion. Okay, we got to continue hit these marks. And the first thing was changing the culture, and that's a locker room of kids that care about one another, and that's where it starts. And so they're going to play for each other, and the coaches are going to coach for each other, and that's how we're going to do this thing.
Well, I come up every Monday, and visit you, and I know all the coaches think the world and all of them. Of course, me and Sam are tight because we go back to high school. He's right out there with your quarterback right now, going over game plan, and it's really, people don't realize how much time goes in this. It's like him and the quarterback right now are having class.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, they're having classes.
We have the largest classroom on campus. It's 120 yards long.
Yeah, exactly.
Inline.
He's having class. He's teaching. You bounce back. This is why this and this is happening. And I sit in and just listen a little bit. He lets me every once in a while get a taste of the old days, and I appreciate that. Because it also makes me probably a little bit more informed in your program stuff. But it is a teachable moment. That's my whole point.
Yes, absolutely is. Everything is, and you have to view it like that.
Yeah.
What do we learn from this, and how do we move
Well,
on?
it's life. It's life.
Right.
Well, like I said, we'll move on to next week, and we play at noon. By the way, we started at 1 because it's homecoming last week. We'll go at noon. I really want to give the fans, and I know you do too, of Joe, a lot of credit for. That was the best crowd I've seen in 10 years that I've worked here.
No doubt.
And it was fantastic, and they were all positive. And I talked to a lot of people because I've gotten to know a few people. It was a great time.
Yep.
And we'd like to see that every Saturday.
The Spirit Squad and the dance team and
the whole thing.
Drum line and everything. Everybody that helps put that together, they did a fantastic job. It was
good deal.
Fun. Yeah.
I like to see that every Saturday.
Me too.
But I tell you what, if you like football, come and watch us play Southwest Baptist this Saturday at noon. It'll be an entertaining ball game, and sooner or later the worms are going to turn, Coach.
Yeah.
It is. It really is going to. And a lot of times that happens when a lot of people least expect it.
Right.
And once you get that one feeling, then it's a whole different ball of wax. So again, Cardinal fans, we hope to see you at noon against Southwest Baptist this coming Saturday, and that'll end this edition of Inside the Cardinal Playbook.